What is up, everyone? This is Too Slow, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit better for my cousin on his XB. So when we bought the XB, he had these taillights. They're the OEM ones, but you can see that someone sprayed, I guess, some of that night vision or whatever. Not about night vision, the night shade. They think that's what they call it, over the housing, and it's starting to peel. And one, it's illegal to have your taillights like this tinted because you get pulled over by the cops, and he's a new driver, so he doesn't want to get pulled over by the cops. So I'm gonna help him out, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off the old tint or whatever it is, the paint, sand it down, make it back to normal, and spray some red paint on it. I'll show you guys what I have, and then put some 2K clear on it. And in order to take these out, you come in here and you can see you have one nut right there that I already took off, and the other one should be towards the top. It's right there. So one right there, and it should slide out. Using a 1/4 inch ratchet with a long socket. Doesn't look like these have ever been removed. They probably painted these on the car because the sticky residue that is on it is kind of holding it back. So you might struggle with it a little bit, but should be able to come out. I think it's already out. Just gotta unplug it right there. You have one plug right there. So there's the tab. Go ahead and unplug it. So basically what I'm gonna be doing, or what I've been doing, is I got an X-Acto blade, and I've pretty much been filing the lens away. It will leave scratches, but they're like very, very faint scratches. So what I'm gonna do once I'm done with getting all the paint off, or I guess the tint, is I'm gonna hit it with like 1,000 grit and then 2,000 grit sandpaper. So I'll be ready to paint it. I'm pretty much talking about a rusty blade like this. Hopefully it focus. So I just finished taking off all the tint from the taillight. I could just leave it like this, but I think it looks really dull and boring, as they are the stock taillights for the XB. Here's the one with the tint. It looks cool, I guess, but I'd rather not have it. So pretty much I'm gonna paint this whole thing red. This is the turn signal, and this is just the brake light itself, or actually no, that's the turn signal right there, and this is the brake light, and this is just the reflector. So I'm just gonna paint the whole thing red and make it look pretty subtle. And obviously I taped up the area where it's gonna be the reverse, because we don't want to paint that. Don't want to have a red reverse. So I pretty much just taped up the whole housing, and what I'm going to be using is this VHT Nite Shades translucent red lens paint for off-road use only. Right. So they have the same thing, but they have one for this, the black stuff. But obviously in California this is illegal to run, so I'm not going to let my cousin get pulled over. So we're just going to scrape it off, unfortunately. So we're gonna do a couple of very, very light coats. We don't want to saturate it in the paint. Remember, don't, just because it doesn't look like it's getting covered a lot does not mean that's going to be the final result. You're gonna want to do light coats. Clearly says in instructions. So read the directions, light coats, and then after this we're gonna do a clear coat on it. So I'm gonna do my first pass right now. Ooh. Wow, that's actually really strong. Yeah, it's actually looking pretty good now. Sheesh. You guys are probably wondering, why don't I have a cardboard box here, and on that one I do. Well, It's because we're getting a new container of this one because it's all broken and whatnot. So we're gonna get this one switched out soon. I believe we're gonna get this one switched out soon as well, but I haven't confirmed yet with the city. So we did get this one confirmed, so it's whatever. So looking pretty fresh, yo. Pretty minty mac. This one only has one light coat, and this one over here has one, I guess you could call it 2 coats. This one's looking pretty good. So all this crap right here that you see, like whatever's going on right here, it's under the lens and water can get caught in there, and I'll make sure to dry it out before I put it back on the car. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. So once we get like 3 or 4 coats of this stuff on it, then we're gonna go with the 2K clear. Dude, already this looks so much better. Like, you guys are probably gonna be like, bro, they look OEM. Like, that's what I was trying to go for. I really like the way they look. They look really cool, like really OEM-esque. Making up words here. You want to make sure you're pulling it and not touching the lens itself. You don't want to put any grease on the lens. Now, you guys are probably gonna be like, sea bass are not perfectly sanded. Like, that doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Eventually, I will get my cousin the, what are they called, spider LEDs. Eventually, maybe after he gets the car repainted. But for now, this will do so that he doesn't get pulled over. Oof, this is looking great, man. I'm loving the way this is looking. Make sure to not touch the lens. Make sure to not drop it either. Damn, that looks great. Alright. Let's spray some 2K clear. I already shook it, so time to spray. So make sure you wear a mask because this stuff is really smelly, like really smelly. I can't do this with both hands because I don't have a mask on me and I'm actually using a piece of cloth to cover my nose, so I can't be recording and doing this at the same time. Alright, turn on the lights, pump the brake. Alright, turn on your hazards. Alright, so put the brake and go into reverse, but keep the brake. Go to reverse, but hold the brake. Okay, perfect, dude. Everything works.